Hello everyone, this is Vinita and welcome to Hopeful Turns. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you the pattern for this crochet snowman. Now you can use it as your Christmas tree ornament, or you can even add a keyring and make it into a keychain. I think it will make for a really cute and sweet little crochet gift, and it works up really fast. It's a very simple pattern. Now if you see here, you may feel that it is an amigurumi, which is not. This is actually a ragdoll, which is like an in between of a traditional crochet and your amigurumi. It just kind of gives you an illusion of an amigurumi, but this is worked in rows. So if you're someone who finds amigurumi really intimidating, I think you can give this pattern a try. It's really very simple. So let's see the supplies that you'd need. So for this here, I have used this Alara by Ice Yarns. This is actually 50% cotton and 50% acrylic. It's a lightweight 3 yarn and the recommended hook size is 4 mm. Now you can use any yarn that you have at hand. Just make sure to use a hook size at least 2 or 3 hook sizes down the recommended hook size. So here the hook size was 4 mm and I have used size C or 2.75 mm crochet hook. You can work it with 3 or 2.5 as well. I just am using a size C crochet hook. So you will need white as your main color and then scrap yarns in yellow, red and green. Now apart from this, you would require some stuffing. So this is a polyfill fiber stuffing. Now if you do not have this, you can use some scrap yarns as your stuffing. Then you would require a pair of scissors and a yarn needle. Now here I have used safety eyes for the eyes and the buttons. If you do not have that, you can definitely use black yarn to make this. So you can use black yarn to make the eyes, and maybe you can even add some colorful buttons also to replace the safety eyes. So these are the few supplies that you would require. Now if you're looking for some other crochet Christmas ornaments, I do have a few on my channel. I'll put a playlist in the description box, so if you're interested, you can check that out. Now before moving, a small request. If at any point in the video you like what you see, please do not forget to press on the like button. And if you're new to my channel, please do consider subscribing. So let's just get started. So we'll start our pattern by making a slip knot first. So make your slip knot. And once you have your slip knot, we will start with 5 chain stitch. So make 5 chain stitch, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so here we have got our 5 chain stitch. We'll start with row 1. So for row 1, you have to skip the very first chain stitch and put 1 single crochet in the rest of the stitches. So skipping 1 stitch, into your second stitch, make a single crochet. So this is 1, into the next stitch also 1 single crochet, 2, 3, so 3 and 1 more, 4. So here after you finish row 1, you should have 4 single crochet. Alright, now we'll move on to row 2. So we'll start with chain 1 and then turn our work. In this, for row 2, we are going to put an increase stitch into the very first stitch. So whenever I mention increase, it means 2 single crochet into the same stitch. So this is 1, and in the very same stitch, make another stitch. So we have 2 single crochet going into the first stitch. Make 1 single crochet each in the next 2 stitches. So here just 1 single crochet. In the third stitch also, just put 1 single crochet. Alright. And in the very last stitch, make again an increase. So into the last stitch, put 2 single crochet like this. So this completes our row 2. And once you finish row 2, you should have a total of 6 single crochet. We will move on to row 3. So for row 3, we are starting with chain 1 and then again we will turn our work. Here what we'll do is, in the first stitch we'll make an increase, in the last stitch also we'll make an increase. So, and in the rest of the stitches, just put 1 single crochet. So into the first stitch, make an increase. That is, you put 2 single crochet into the same stitch like this. Alright, and then put 1 single crochet each just before you reach your last stitch. So 1 into the next stitch, also 1 single crochet, 2 in the next stitch, again you just have to put 1 single crochet, 3 and one more, 4. Okay, so here we have put 4 single crochet. Here is our last stitch. Here you have to put 2 single crochet, that is, you will make an increase in the last stitch like this. Okay, so this finishes our row 3. So once you finish your row 3, you should have a total of 8 single crochet. We will move on to the next row. So for that, I'm going to again start with chain 1. I'll turn my work, and here again we'll put an increase in the first stitch, an increase in the last stitch, and make 1 single crochet in the rest of the stitches. So I'll make an increase first, that is, I'll put 2 single crochet into the same stitch into the very first stitch. Okay, so 2 single crochet goes here. Into the next 6 stitches you will have to put 1 single crochet each. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and one more, 6. So here I have put 1 single crochet in the middle 6 stitches. In the very last stitch I'll again make an increase. So I'll put 2 single crochet into the very last stitch. So that will complete our row 4, and once you finish row 4 you should have a total of 10 single crochet. We will move on to row 5. Here again we'll start with chain 1, turn our work, make 1 single crochet in the first, make an increase in the first stitch, make an increase in the last stitch, and into the middle 8 stitches just put 1 single crochet each. So start with an increase, that is, in the very first stitch you make 2 single crochet. In the next 8 stitches you will have to put 1 single crochet each, and in the very last stitch you will have to again make an increase. So I'll make 1 single crochet each till I reach my very last stitch. Okay, so here I am almost at the end of this row. This is my very last stitch here. There I am going to place an increase. So I'll put 2 single crochet in the very, sorry, I think I made a mistake here. So I'm going to put an increase into the very last stitch, that is here. So 2 single crochet will go in the last stitch, and once you finish your row 5 you should have a total of 12 single crochet. Alright, we will move on to next row. So chain 1, turn your work, and for row 6 you're just going to place 1 single crochet in every stitch. So make 1 single crochet in each of these stitches. There are no increases here, and you will always end up with 12 single crochet when you do this row. So here I'm at the end of row 6 and I have 12 single crochet. I've just put 1 single crochet in each of the stitches. We'll start with next row. So we'll start with a chain 1, turn our work. Now row 7 is going to be a decrease stitch. So what we'll do is we will use the first 2 stitches to make a decrease, last 2 stitches to make another decrease, and in the remaining stitches we are just going to put 1 single crochet each. Okay, so we'll start. So using the first 2 stitches here, we are going to make a decrease or a single crochet 2 together. So this is how you do. You insert your hook into the first stitch, pull up a loop. Okay, so you have 2 loops, just keep it like that. Insert your hook into the next stitch and again pull up a loop. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. You yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops like this. So this is 1 single crochet decrease. Next, in the 8 stitches, in the next 8 stitches just put 1 single crochet each. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sorry, so this is 6, 7 and 8. So here I have made 8 normal single crochet in the middle 8 stitches. I have 2 stitches left. So using these 2 stitches, I'm going to make a decrease or single crochet 2 together. This is how you do. Insert your hook, pull up a loop. Again, you insert your hook into the very last stitch and pull up a loop. You have 3 loops, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. So this completes our row 7. And once you finish row 7, you should have a total of 10 single crochet. Okay. Now we'll move on to the next row. So for that, again, I'm going to start with chain 1 and turn my work. This is again going to be a decrease. So make a decrease using the first 2 stitches and a decrease in the last 2 stitches, and then put 1 single crochet each in the rest of the stitches. So I'm going to start. I'll make a decrease in the first 2 stitches like this. Okay, I'll show you once again if I have gone fast. So I'll show how to do a single crochet 2 together. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. I'll show it again once I reach the last 2 stitches in case you have a doubt. So this is single crochet 2 together. Now make 1 single crochet till you reach the last 2 stitches. So I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and one more 6. So I'm going to put 6 normal single crochet here. Okay, I have reached the last 2 stitches and I'll make a decrease. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, insert your hook in the last stitch, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. So this completes row 8 and you should have a total of 8 single crochet. We will move on to the next row. So for row 9, we are again going to start with chain 1 and turn our work. We will make a decrease first. So insert your hook into the first stitch, pull up a loop, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. So this is your decrease. Then make 1 single crochet in the next 4 stitches. So this is 1, 2, 3 and one last 4. Okay, so here we have made 4 single crochet and then you make a decrease. So insert your hook into the first stitch, pull up a loop, insert your hook into the next stitch, again pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. So this finishes our row 9, and once you finish row 9, you should be having total of 6 single crochet. We will move on to the next stitch. So for that, again, I'm going to chain 1 and then turn my work. I'll make a decrease in using the first 2 stitches or single crochet 2 together. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, insert your hook into the next stitch and pull up a loop. You have 3 loops, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. Make 1 single crochet in the next 2 stitches, normal single crochet like this. Okay, so here I've put 2 single crochet and then I'll make a decrease in the last 2 stitches. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, insert your hook, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops, yarn over, pull through all the 3 loops. Okay, so this completes row 10 and you should have a total of 4 single crochet. And with this we have finished the head part. Okay, now we'll move on to the body, and this will be, everything will be worked in one continuous piece. So we'll start with the body. So what we'll do is we'll chain 1 and turn our work. And for row 11, we are just going to put 1 single crochet in each of the stitches. So this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. So for row 11, you should have 4 single crochet. After this, chain 1, turn your work. For row 11, make 1 single crochet, one increase in the first stitch. That is, we'll put 2 single crochet into the same stitch. In the next 2 stitches, make 1 single crochet each. So this is 1, and in the next stitch also just 1 single crochet. And in the very last stitch, I'm going to make an increase. So I'll put 2 single crochet in the last stitch. Alright, so the first stitch and the last stitch will have an increase. The middle 2 stitches, you just have to put 1 single crochet. So this finishes row 12, and after you finish row 12, you should have 6 single crochet. We'll move on to row 13. So we'll start with chain 1, turn our work. Here again we will make an increase in the first stitch. So I'm going to put 2 single crochet into the first stitch and then make 1 single crochet each till we reach the very last stitch. So in the very last stitch also I'm going to put an increase. So in the middle 4 stitches I'm just making 1 single crochet each, and in the very last stitch I will make an increase. So I'm going to put 2 single crochet into the very last stitch. So this is 1, and in the same stitch another one. Okay, so first stitch and last stitch will have an increase, and in the rest of the stitches just 1 single crochet each. So this finishes row 13, and once you finish row 13 you should have a total of 8 single crochet. We will move on to next row. So for that I'm going to chain 1, turn my work. Here again first stitch and last stitch we will make an increase. So make 2 single crochet into the first stitch. In the next 6 stitches just put 1 single crochet each. So this is 1. In the next stitch as well 1 single crochet, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we have put 6 single crochet, that is 1 single crochet in every stitch. In the last stitch again make an increase. So put 2 single crochet in the last stitch. So this will complete our row 14, and row 14 you should have a total of 10 single crochet. We will start with the next row. So for row 15 we'll start with chain 1, turn our work. Here again make 1 single crochet increase, not 1 single crochet but an increase in the first stitch. In the remaining stitches put 1 single crochet each just before you reach the last stitch, because in the last stitch you have to put an increase. So in the remaining stitches just before you reach your last stitch make 1 single crochet each. So in between you will have 8 single crochet to put. So first make an increase, then 1 single crochet in the middle 8 stitches. So this is my 8th single crochet, and in the very last stitch I'm going to put an increase. Okay, so that will complete our row 15, and once you finish row 15 you should have 12 single crochet. Okay, we will move on to next row. Chain 1, turn our work. It's going to be the same. Make an increase in the first stitch, then 1 single crochet in the rest of the stitches, and in the very last stitch make again an increase. So here I'm making an increase in the first stitch. In the remaining 10 stitches I'll put 1 single crochet each. So make 10 single crochet, and once you reach the very last stitch make an increase. So this completes our row 16, and I have a total of 14 single crochet. Now row 17 and 18 is going to be the same. You're just going to start with chain 1, turn your work, and you're just going to place 1 single crochet in each of these stitches. No increases, just 1 single crochet in every stitch. So complete your next 2 rounds, that is 17 and 18, making 1 single crochet in every stitch, and both of these stitches will have 14 single crochet each. So I'll complete the next 2 stitches and then I'll start the row 19 with you. Okay, all right, so here I am at the end of my row 18 and I have a total of 14 single crochet. We will start our row 19. So for that I'm going to chain 1 and then turn my work. Okay, and we are going to do a decrease for this. So using the first 2 stitches we'll make a decrease, last 2 stitches we'll make a decrease, and then place 1 single crochet in the rest of the stitches. Okay, so we'll do a decrease or a single crochet 2 together. This is how you do. Insert your hook, pull up a loop, you will have 2 loops. Again insert your hook into the next stitch, then pull up a loop. Now you have 3 loops. Yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. Okay, and then continue to make one single crochet in each of these stitches. So place one single crochet till you reach the last 2 stitches. So in between you should be having 10 single crochet. So I'll put 10 single crochet in between, and then we will do a decrease stitch. Okay, so I'm just placing one single crochet in each of these stitches. Alright, so here I am at the end of the 10th single crochet. I have last 2 stitches left, and using the last 2 stitches I'll do a single crochet 2 together or a decrease. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, insert your hook into the last stitch, and then pull up a loop. You have 3 loops, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. So this will finish your row 19, and you should have 12 single crochet. Okay, we will move on to the next row. So we'll start the next row. So for that I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work, and here again we are going to do a decrease. So make a single crochet decrease in the first 2 stitches. This decrease is also called a single crochet 2 together. Okay, so here I've made a decrease. In the next about 8 stitches I'm going to do one single crochet. So make one single crochet in the next 8 stitches, and then in the very last we have to put a decrease. So using the last 2 stitches you will make one more single crochet 2 together or a single crochet decrease stitch. Okay, so I'll just finish this off. Okay, so here I have put my 8 single crochet. I have the last 2 stitches left. I'll make a decrease in this stitch as well. Okay, so with this I have finished my row 20. I keep forgetting which row I am, that's why I'm referring to my notes, just ignore it. Okay, so once you finish row 20 you should be having 10 single crochet. Alright, we will move on to row 21. So chain 1, turn your work. Again this is going to be a decrease. First 2 stitches make a decrease. Sorry, using the first 2 stitches make one decrease. Using the last 2 stitches we'll make another decrease. So I'll make a decrease stitch using the first 2 stitches. Okay, and then in the next 6 stitches make one single crochet each. So this is 1, in the next stitch as well another one, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So in the 6 stitches we have put a normal decrease. In the last 2 stitches we'll do a single crochet 2 together or a decrease. So insert your hook, pull up a loop, insert your hook in the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops. So this completes our row 21. We will move on to row 22. So chain 1, turn your work, again make a decrease. So using the first 2 stitches I have made a decrease. In the next 4 stitches I'm going to make a normal single crochet. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, and then using the last 2 stitches make again a decrease or a single crochet 2 together. So this finishes our row 22, and once you finish row 22 you should have 6 single crochet. We will move on to the last row. Chain 1, turn your work, make a single crochet 2 together or a decrease, then put one single crochet in the next 2 stitches like this, and then make a decrease. So this finishes our row 23, and you should have 4 single crochet. So this almost completes the piece. Now what you do is you just have to make one single crochet in each of these stitches. So just go in a round. I mean, like on this you have a 8 kind of a piece, so make a normal single crochet throughout the piece. So chain 1 and then start making one single crochet in each of these stitches, so that you will have a very neat and clean border. So try to place it as evenly as possible so that it just have a very neat boundary or a border to it. So I'm just going to place one single crochet in each of these stitches, and then I'll join you. I'll just go around this and I'll join you here. So here I have finished making one single crochet around the piece, and this is how this looks. It might just push out, so no problem. That's what we are going to do. We will be needing to push it out so that we can stuff this in. Okay, so this is how this looks. So you have to make one more piece of this exactly like what we have made. So here I have made another piece, and when you make this you can cut your yarn. So this is my first piece, and the second piece I'm not cutting my yarn, I'm still keeping it here so that we can attach it together. So do not cut the second piece, just leave a long tail, just don't cut it. We will join this together, but before that we will just embroider the eyes, nose and all of that. So we'll continue by joining these two once we are done with the face part. Okay, so we'll start with the nose first. So for that I'm going to take my yellow color yarn here. So we'll start this with a magic circle. So to make a magic circle, you take your yarn, loop it around your finger like an X. Once you have that, you take your hook, pass your hook through the loop that is there on your finger and pull your working yarn through. So this here is your magic circle. Once you pull your working yarn, make chain 1 to lock your magic circle. Now if you want a detailed tutorial on how to do the magic circle, you can click on the link that is coming up here. I have a very detailed tutorial on how to do a magic circle. Okay, so here we have a magic circle, we have chain 1. Now into the magic circle I'm going to put 3 single crochet. So this is 1, 2 and one more 3. So here I've made 3 single crochet. So that is all for your round 1. You can just slightly pull on this end, do not close it completely, otherwise it will be very tight. Now for row 2 we are going to put 2 single crochet each in the 3 stitches that we have made. So go into the very first stitch and make 2 single crochet. So this is one, and into the same stitch make another one. Similarly make 2 single crochet into the next stitch as well. So this will be 3 and one more, same stitch, 4, and again put 2 single crochet in the last stitch. So this will be 5 and one more, 6. So for your round 2 you have 6 single crochet. At this point I'm just going to turn it inside out. All right, now we have one more round to make. So for that I'm just going to put 1 single crochet in each of these stitches. So I'll have a total of 6 single crochet. So just put 1 single crochet in every stitch. So this is 1. This is my next stitch. It might be a little bit tight and small, so just work your way through. So this is 2, 3, one more, 4, 5. Just putting 1 single crochet in the 6 stitches and 6. So you should have 6 single crochet for your round 3. So that's all for your nose part. You just have to make 3 rows. Okay, so you have to do this inside out. So try to push it out. If you want, you can use your hook. It will be like a small cone. Okay, so this is how this looks. You can cut your yarn here. Just make sure to cut a long tail because you want to stitch this up. You can pull on the center so as to close the magic circle completely, and this is how the nose look. It's a small cone kind of a thing, and this we will attach to our body. So you can use any one piece. I think you go with the one that is still attached to this piece, to the yarn. First we will add the eyes, then we will add the nose. I'm just going to just poke my hook into the place where I want my eyes to be. So this is like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4th row from the top I am just putting one of my safety eyes. So this is a 4 mm safety eyes. So if you want, you can use a 5 mm also. So I'm just using a 4 mm for this. Okay, so just push this in, count 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, and into the 5th stitch here I am going to put the second one like this. Okay, so these You can use 4 or 5, both should be fine. I think 6 will be a little bit too big. You can just push your washer in and close it completely. Now if you do not have your safety eyes, you can use black yarn to close this, to make the eyes. Okay, so here I have attached the eyes. Now I'll attach the nose here. So what I've did, the end that was from the center, I just push this in to make a small stuffing, and in one of the ends I'm just attach a yarn needle, and we will just stitch this up. So I'm going to take this and then start stitching it up. So it's a very small piece, so you may have to fiddle a bit for this. So just go through one of the center stitches, sorry, not the center stitch, but the stitch on your white piece, come out of it. Then once you come out of the white piece, take one of the stitches from the yellow and take your yarn needle out. And just go around it in a circle. So go one stitch at a time. Once you take out from the yellow, go into the stitch in the white piece, take it out, and then come through the yellow stitch. So go one stitch at a time in a circle and just stitch this up completely. So here I have attached the nose, and this is how this looks. Now we'll start working on the mouth. So for that I have taken a red color yarn, and I'm going to make a very small V here. So I'll just take my needle from here, come out from the center, and then come out through this point like this, and probably go back again. So yeah, that's it. That's all for the mouth. A very small V for the mouth here. So this is kind of done. Now you can knot this off, and then we will join. Now you don't have to cut all the yarn, because you can use this as a stuffing. So I'm just going to make a double knot, and then we can work on stitching the two ends. So we have finished the face part. Now what we'll do is we will attach these two pieces together. So take your second piece and just try to make sure that they are both completely aligned with each other. Okay, and now we are going to join both of these pieces. So I'm going to use a slip stitch to join these two pieces. Make sure they are both correctly placed, and make a slip stitch to join these two pieces. So take one stitch from the first piece and one piece from the second, and make a slip stitch. So insert your hook into the first stitch from here, and a stitch from the second piece, and then you slip stitch. Now if you find slip stitching difficult, you can make a single crochet also, so that's totally up to you. So I'm just going and making a simple slip stitch around these two pieces to join them together. And then once I'm almost half done, I will start the stuffing. So I'll just make a slip stitch and join these two. So I'll just go around and finish the slip stitching. Alright, so here I'm halfway done through the stitching. So I have this much gap here. At this point I'm going to start filling. Now you don't have to add too much of a stuffing. You don't want this to be really round. You just want it to be a little bit fluffy, not flat, not round, somewhere in between. So just make sure don't overstuff, don't make it extremely round. So just add a little bit stuffing, and then you can finish this off. Okay, so I'm just continuing my slip stitch. Now if you feel the need to make it really round, you can go ahead, do that. I am going to make it in between, not too round, not too flat. So I'll just continue this, slip stitch it completely, and then we will work on the scarf and the hat. So just go ahead and complete your slip stitch. All right, so here I have attached both the pieces, and this is how it looks. Now one thing I forgot to mention was to add the buttons. So here I have added the safety eyes. So this is something that you can do when you are once you finish with the face part. So just before you stitch both the ends, both the pieces together, you can add the buttons or safety eyes. Now if you do not have that, you can just make a magic circle and put 5 single crochet into the magic circle. Then you'll get a small circle. So if you want, you can attach that also. So I have put a small link to this portion here because I just forgot to say about that before we stitch this up. Okay. So yeah, that's how the body, head, everything is done. Now we'll start with our scarf. So for the scarf here, I'm using my red color yarn. So what I've done is I have made a slip knot and I have put 43 chain stitch. Okay. So once you make your 43 chain stitch, skip the very first chain stitch here, and from the second stitch onwards, you just make 1 single crochet. So put 1 single crochet till you reach the end of this row. So once you finish this row, you will have 42 single crochet. So I'm just going to make 1 single crochet in each of the stitches, and with that you can finish off the scarf. It's going to be a small thin scarf that you can tie around the neck. So I'll just finish this, making 42 single crochet. So here I have finished making the single crochet row and our scarf is ready. Now you can just take this and tie it around the neck. Now if you want, you can knot this down, or what you can do is you can also stitch this up. So I have just cut the loose ends. I have just hidden in the loose ends and I have just cut this and I'm just knotting it down. But if you want, you can use the tail ends and then stitch this in place also. Okay. So the scarf is done. We will move on to the hat. So I've already made this black color hat. I'm going to stitch this up over like on top of the head like this. But I will show you with a yellow color because I thought that black is very, very difficult to see. So I'm just going to show you how to make the hat, but just with a yellow color. Okay, so we will start with a slip knot. So make your slip knot first. And then we will make 14 chain stitch. Okay, so chain 14. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14. Okay, so we are starting with 14 chain stitch. Now for the first row, we are just going to make a single crochet row. So skip the first stitch and into the second stitch make a single crochet. So I'm just going to make 1 single crochet in each of these stitches till I reach the end of this row. So I'll have total of 13 single crochet. So I'll make my 13th single crochet and meet you at the end of row 1. So here I have finished making 13 single crochet. We will move on to row 2. So for that I'm going to chain 1 and then turn my work. And what I'll do is I'll make slip stitch in the first 3 stitches. So I'm just going to put 1 slip stitch in the first 3 stitches. So this is 1 slip stitch. Into the next stitch I'll make another slip stitch. This is 2 and 1 more. So here I have put 3 slip stitch. Alright, once you're done with that, make single crochet in the next 7 stitches. So I'm going to put 7 single crochet. 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So here I have put 7 single crochets. Okay, so I've put 7 single crochet here. Now I'm going to chain 1, turn my work, and on these 7 stitches I'm going to again put 1 single crochet each. So I'm going to again put 7 single crochets in each of the stitches that we have made. So 2, this is my 3rd single crochet, 3, 4, 5, 6 and one last 7. So here I have again made 7 single crochet like this. I'm going to do one more row. So I'm going to chain 1, turn my work, and again I'm going to make 7 single crochet with a loop. So what I'll do is I'll first make 4 single crochet. So this is 1, 2, 3 and one more 4. So I have put 4 single crochet. Now I'm going to make the loop for the hanging. So I'll make about 22 chain stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Now if you find the need to make a longer chain stitch, please do it. I just feel that for me it is enough, and I'll go on top of the stitch here, the first chain stitch and then slip stitch. Not the single crochet but the chain stitch. Okay. Here on top of it I'll go and then slip stitch to join. So that will complete the hanging part. We have 3 stitches left, and in the last 3 stitches again I'm going to put 1 single crochet each. Now if you don't want this loop, just go ahead and make 1 single crochet in each of the 7 stitches for the last row. Okay, so there our hat is done. At this point you can cut your yarn. So that is exactly what I have done for my black color one. And what I'll do is I'll just use the black color yarn. I'll attach a black color yarn and join this here. So you can join it straight or a bit of a slant, whatever you feel is right for you. So I'll just join this and show you. So here I have attached the hat to the head and our snowman is ready. So yeah, that was the tutorial on how to do this crochet snowman. I hope you liked it and you enjoyed making this. Now if you're looking for some other crochet Christmas ornaments, I will put a playlist in the description box as well as on the end screen that is coming up. So if you're interested, you can just go through it and check if you have anything interesting to make from there. Okay, so yeah, that was the tutorial. If you liked it, please do not forget to press on the like button. If you're new to my channel, please do consider subscribing. And if at all you're making anything from any of my crochet patterns, please do tag me on Instagram or Facebook. I would really love to see your pictures. So that's all for today's tutorial. See you in another video. Until then, bye bye. Thank you.